thank you very much for stopping back with us again. We are not very far from home, although our intentions were to go to another place today, but the parking lot was absolutely mobbed. As you can tell, there's nobody here. And that's usually our story that we like to tell, is we go to the places nobody's going. This is a wildlands conservancy, the Brenner-Penfield Macungie Mountain Preserve. And what happened here is this lovely couple here wanted to preserve some area in order for people to enjoy the outdoors, and especially since it's so close to the Lehigh Valley area, Allentown, Bethlehem, Reading, Easton, you know, all these grown-up areas. They wanted to preserve some of this, and I forget what the acreage is. Well, 43 plus acres. So let's get moving. We're parked right here on Sweetwood Drive, and this is just off of Route 100, and we're going to take this yellow trail, which is called the Tulip Trail, and then we'll take the Spicebush Trail, and back on the Tulip Trail we'll check out the Throne, Sheeprock, and then walk down to the parking lot so we can show you Mountain Road and where you can park there, and then be on our way back. Come along with us. Okay, so we just walked right by that information board, and here's the beginning of the trail from the Sweetwood Drive or Road parking lot. And we, as we said, we're on the Tulip Trail. This is brought to you by Wildlands Conservancy. It looks like they're doing a lot here to get some young trees going, some saplings, if you will. It's quite a windy day today, so we'll have to be wary of any tree falls or possibility of. Again, nobody's here, at least at this parking lot. There are private residences around here, so just stay on the trail. I don't see any houses nearby except for across from the parking lot there. It was a bright day with blue skies everywhere, but then within an hour and a half, boom, there's some blue sky, but we're predominantly under cloud cover right now. So and we have a stream crossing down here. That looks like fun. Not very hard to get here. We ended up being at another place about half an hour, 40 minutes away, and that was more, I guess, north and west of here. And we took some really nice back roads, got to see some very neat older houses and farmsteads and whatnot. It was a nice drive. Looking to warm up a little bit. You know, we're riding around in the car and it's climate controlled in there, and you get out here and it's a little brisk, but nonetheless enjoying ourselves. It's a very well denoted path. I mean, you definitely know it's here. Somebody's obviously coming out and taking care of it, or it's being used a lot, just not quite today. And all the leaves are off here. wind is definitely whipping through the trees. I'm not sure what they are, but I know I see them a lot in the fall. I'll take a, maybe I'm not thinking right. Kind of neat. There's Mrs. Lumberjack lumbering ahead. Almost saw my shadow there for a second. I guess we're going to have a couple more months of winter. So here is where the trail splits off, and this red trail, I can't quite remember the name of it, but that circles around the yellow trail. So we'll go to the right here. The Spicebush Trail. Doesn't appear to be as used as the main trail, but continuing on the Spicebush Trail, not for terribly long because it's just a short little trail that navigates away from the main trail. A lot of down trees in here. Whoa. Some really pretty colored moss. Stacked stone. Definitely pops a color, especially green in here still. Got ourselves a little entranceway almost. This is a pretty big tree here. Not the tallest ever, but it's definitely fat on the bottom. And his little brother is over here. And wouldn't be Rocksylvania without the rocks. Small uphill section here. And we join again with the main trail. The Tulip Trail, that's right. So we missed that section of the Tulip Trail. But it wasn't that long. Now we'll head right. Correct. And walk along this hillside here. Boy, it's very quiet out here. Other than the wind, I don't know if you'd hear any noise. Oh, and my gums flapping. That was pretty fresh. I would say that wasn't terribly long ago. The first thing they pointed out on the map was this thing called the Throne. And whether or not they'll have signage, I don't know. Not really sure. I mean, I know what I kind of think of as a throne in my mind, but what are they going to think the throne is? Hopefully it's not a toilet, although that could be welcome. That's a neat rock jump. Now I love how that moss just speckles and colors that rock. That is really pretty. That's the way we came, and here we're going. They're falling. If they haven't fallen yet, they're going to be falling soon. Maybe we're getting to the windy side here. Oh, there's a little trail right there. Oh, I guess that must be part of the switchback. Yeah. Well, we'll continue on. Still walking amongst the switchback and switchbacks. And definitely some boulders laying along some dead trees. There was an area up here that we walked by. It's like, what, 8 foot away from the other part of the trail that switches back. Right here, I believe it was. I was looking up going, oh look, another trail. Well, now it's the same trail. Probably a shortcut on the way back. We'll skip that part and just doop, right down through there. Switchback would definitely help. I mean, we're not the highest we've ever been or anything, but that's pretty high up. I mean, you see the mountains off in the distance. I'm not saying I'm eye level with them or nothing like that, but they're pretty high up, and so are we. Yeah, I think the way they mapped out this trail is pretty good because it's more welcoming to a lot of different people. Because you still got a good walk in you, and you still got some uphills, but it's not like just up and over the mountain and that's it. You get a chance to kind of meander through a lot of it, and that makes for a better hike and more things to see. I'm sure this place is absolutely gorgeous in the summertime and a good way to get away from the heat under the shade of these trees. This moss is neat. It's like a landscape. As I'm looking through, it looks like a landscape of like the earth. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that was my shoulder. Snap, crackle, pop into your hike. Still looking for the throne. What might constitute a throne? Some more Nito rocks. Oh, yeah. Sorry about the creepy voice there. That is just neat. The different colors. Who said you can't find color in the winter? It's here. You just gotta look for it. Well, actually, you don't even have to look for it. It's everywhere. Just everywhere. Now we got ourselves a gateway to the other side. Are you ready to go through?
Go ahead.
Yeah. We're going through, folks. Oh! I made it. Look, Mrs. Lumberjack filming me, filming her.
Making it through.
There she goes. That was neat. Yeah, definitely getting windy over here. Tree branches swaying to and fro. Wow. I will tell you, it was not like this when we left home. A decent way down, a lot of boulders up here, but there looks like there's one really huge boulder over here on the right. Yowza. Look at this trail. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Oh, that is beautiful. That is totally awesome. Oh, wow. Big huge burrow on that tree down there. And look at that. The whole valley below. Man. Now this trail is certainly not disappointing, I'll tell you that much. Pretty neat. I guess a little help over here getting up this way. I don't even know if there's a trail there, but very neat. I'll just take you a step back here and show you how big this outcropping is. I mean, there's Mrs. Lumberjack, and that thing's still, it's underneath our feet but under dirt, and it just keeps on going and going and going and going. It almost looks like this part like fell off of it at one time. Wow, that is pretty cool. Well, I'm glad the other place is busy. This is pretty cool and we got it to ourselves.
Yeah.
All right, continue on the Tulip Trail. Now there is going to be a little uphill, downhill. Nothing crazy. We're not going down there. But you know, it kind of meanders along through here, so not exactly sure, you know, how much. It looks like on the map, the topography, they really made it so that you weren't wasting yourself freaking hiking this thing. And through a little rock field here, which is just fine with me. I love seeing the rocks. Still on trail. Another boulder outcrop. We see our blaze up there. You gotta be a little careful here. I wouldn't be surprised if there might be some kind of snakes up here in the summertime laying out on these rocks or something. Well, I have a little more suitable attire on. I just had a baseball cap earlier, as you could tell, and I didn't have my flannel on, so this flannel actually has pockets. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to put it on, so that if I needed to, I could sorry, looking around for my stick. I got Mrs. Lumberjack's stick. It's the short little guy. All right, yeah, so hopefully I'll be a little warmer. All right, so came down the hill there, and we're entering an area where there's a lot of houses are starting to be, and I can see a couple through the trees. And I'm thinking we're getting close to the parking lot because according to the map, there was like a little tiny area around the trail that led to the parking lot, and the rest of it was all residents. So I think we're nearing the end. Plus, on the map, it showed that there was significant downhill or uphill, depending on which way you're coming, that either leads to or from that other parking lot. Again, it's only 1.1 miles, so we'll have about 2.2. That little red trail, that was practically nothing. But feeling a little bit warmer now. Oh, look, the sun. Unbelievable. Yeah, we could use some of that warmth right now. Look at Mrs. Lumberjack. Like she's going to Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little show. That's right. You get it all here, Lumberjack PA fans.
Alright, get in front of me.
Well, what turned out to started out as a really nice day, turned kind of cloudy. Then we went to the venue where we were going to go, and the parking lot was just massively filled. And we thought, well, we'll come to this place. It's kind of on the way home. And it's nice. I like it here. We're going to have a little bit of a walk uphill on the way back, but that's quite all right. We'll get warmed up and then cooled down right away. That's stick off the trail. Well, as we get lower, the wind isn't as noticeable. And a lot of switchbacks here too, so that's kind of helpful. At some point, the trail, according to the map, this like kind of goes straight to the parking lot. It's not any kind of windiness or curviness. I mean, it might be more noticeable to us on the trail, the windiness and curviness, but on that map it looks pretty straight, and it's probably not a very long distance either. And we come to a spot here. Oh, that's right, there is another trail just before the parking lot that kind of winds around in. It's called the Magnolia Trail, and it winds out on both sides of this and comes back in. We were actually planning to be out for like 3 or 4 hours today, and that failed. But here we are, enjoying ourselves, laughing, having a good time on the Magnolia Trail, which comes back again to the Tulip Trail. Now this looks like people aren't really using this very much at all. Just like that other one, I can't remember the name of it. Spicebush Trail. The Spicebush Trail. Again, the Magnolia Trail. And if I remember correctly, this one kind of like weaves and goes to and fro and back and forth. It doesn't like the other. The Spicebush Trail kind of just went in a semicircle around the other. So we're going to do a little bit of weaving around here. Boy, now down out of that wind up there, I'm starting to feel warm now. The old Magnolia Trail. And this is what we're seeing. This beautiful forest, woods. Still some colors out there. Hear a couple dogs barking, I think. Ah, okay. Little signage. The Tulip Trail. This section of the Tulip and Magnolia Trail is constructed by the Scouts Troop of 131 and volunteers. Project led by Eagle Scout candidate Daniel Mark, 2021. Well, I surely hope he got his Eagle Scout status, because this is definitely neat. to walk through. Thank you to the Scouts. And that's the other end of the Magnolia Trail there. Oh, there's two ends of the Magnolia Trail. Oops. Well, let me consult the map because I thought there was a parking lot. So, yes, the Magnolia Trail not only goes straight ahead there and probably loops back around to the, in fact it does, to the Tulip Trail, but the Magnolia Trail is also the trail to the parking lot. So we're going to go check that out so that you guys can see that in case you wanted to come from that way. And get your climbing out of the way first. It's very gracious of homeowners when they allow this kind of stuff to happen. I mean, it may be property that's not theirs that the trail is based on, but still, I mean, these homeowners too, they don't have any signs up saying they're trespassing that I've seen so far. I wouldn't care if they did, it's their right to and all that, but it's almost like they're glad to have it through here and for people to enjoy the trail. Yep, and I see the signboard. Kind of reminds me of Coventryville or Coventry Woods, where the trail and parking lot are right next to somebody's driveway. In fact, they share the driveway up until a certain point, and then the resident's driveway veers off to the right while the driveway to the parking area veers to the left. Well, it appears there are no facilities down here. This trail was cleared March of 1989 by the Scouts of Boy Scout Troop Number 70, St. John's Lutheran Church, Emmaus. Their Eagle Scout candidate was Brian Behringer. Well, Brian, you're a grown man. I hope you got your Eagle Scout dealio. And this is showing a little bit of a map, what you can see on the board. Wow. There's some more Eagle Scout stuff. My goodness. Eagle Scout Project Mahdi Ali, Troop 302, 2023. Special thanks to Michael Hawk, at Wildlands Conservancy, Boy Scouts of America. That is pretty cool. Very nifty. A lot of involvement by the community here, especially the Boy Scouts. And here's another, man. Reimert Memorial Bird Haven, loving memory of William and Virginia Reimert. Two hearts that understand snowy dogwood blossoms and the song of a lark. Follow this with love, the path within the wood. Find the mystery of life. We were on our way back to the parking lot, and of course we had to have chainsaws in the background. It's lumberjack, come on now. So it was a good time. You know, not much wildlife, you know, as far as deer or anything like that, but still capturing those birds and taking a look at that creek. That was pretty cool. And the other side of the hill there, definitely quite challenging coming back for a guy like me, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you next time on Lumberjack in the Woods.
You can keep that, obviously.